you guys are holding on to something. See, okay, here's your goal, right? It's very, very simple. Your goal is here, okay? Right? So whatever your goal may be. So let's just say it is fit body. All right. Simple thing, paid on time. Okay. Or like respectful boss. Okay. Your ideal girlfriend, or, a good employee, right? And then here is where you are, your present situation. Okay. A lot of you guys, and this is now it's going to get a little dark. Okay. A lot of you guys are, okay, how do I put this? This is related to inner game. Okay. And typically, if you're in a situation when you were raised and your parents were not good, they didn't love you, they fucking yelled at you, they, they were constantly just shitty individuals to you. They just didn't give you the unconditional love that you deserve as a child, because that's all children deserve, unconditional love and protection, because they're children. Okay. So when you don't have this love given to you, what happens is you begin to like argue and barter with your mother or your father or whoever raised you. You start to deal with them because all you know how to do is like you have to like verbally have a conversation with them. Like, well, I mean, for example, like guys who like have a mom who didn't love them to the degree that they needed to love them, right? And she would say, like, I'll use myself as an example. Like, oh, well, you didn't read the Bible. You didn't do your scriptures, or you're playing a video game that's evil. That's you're everything was demon possessed, or this is bad. You're just never good enough, right? And I had to like I had to like kind of like debate with my mom on like why I should be worthy of love. Like, no, I read my Bible. No, I did this. I did this. I did this. Okay. That, if you don't get that healed and resolved in therapy, or, healing your trauma in many ways that you can, you're going to repeat that, and you're going to attract people who are not good for you. This is why you see guys who, like, you have a guy friend, he's like constantly in relationships with bad women. You're like, dude, why do you let these women treat you like shit? Why do you constantly let this happen to you? And so many guys are not self-aware. But if you just look at that guy's relationship with his mother and how the mother treats the father as well, it's usually fucking like a legitimate replica. Like, you want to talk about generational trauma? That's what they talk about, generational curses and all that shit. Okay. That's what they talk about. That's what they're really mentioning about, is like how they're just passing this bullshit on. And you have to be aware that you're caught up in this bullshit, this situation where, it's unfortunate you didn't get the love you received as a child, but you have to get to the point where you can give the love to yourself, when you can give yourself the validation. That's why like all these girls like love these alpha male guys who are just like so confident. You're like, how's this guy so confident? How's this guy so confident? Look at his history. He's probably raised in a good household. He probably has good self-esteem, and he doesn't need anybody to love him because he loves himself. And that's like the real key to having success in dating, is like rock solid inner game, loving yourself, being cool with yourself, accepting yourself for who you are. And then after that, you go out into the world. If somebody doesn't like you, you're like, I don't give a shit. Look, the majority of all problems in the Western hemisphere, especially America, with dating, is that these guys tolerate so much bullshit from these girls because these guys don't love themselves. Those guys do not love themselves. Okay. So when you're looking back at this thing here, okay, with the looking at the present situation versus your goal, right? A lot of you guys are afraid to do what you have to do. Okay. And so let's talk about, if you want a fit body, okay, you have to, you have to track calories, period. Okay. It's not exercising. Exercising is not the key. If you want a fit body, you did not get fit from fucking not going to the gym. You're fat because you eat too much. You are over consuming calories, and you've been over consuming calories for months, years on end. And that is why you don't have a fit body. If you do not track your calories, you're going to be a fat for your whole fucking life. You're going to be fat. And as you get older, your life is going to get worse. You're going to get fatter, and your life is going to get shittier. Less women are going to like you. You're going to feel worse with health. Your body's going to start hurting. If you abuse your body and you break this fucking contract that you have with yourself, then you're going to suffer. If you can just not respect yourself and not fucking take care of yourself. Are you kidding me? So you have to track your calories. Period. There's no fucking ands ifs about this. Okay. So if you're not doing this, you're not going to get here. So what do you have to cut? You have to cut your laziness. Okay. Your laziness, because you don't want to fucking do the work. You don't want to measure your food out. You don't want to cook. Okay. I hate when people say, just eat out. It's no problem. No, you can't. You don't know what fucking seed oils are in there. You don't know what the calories are in there. Eating out is fucking terrible for you. It's so bad. Okay. Like if you're get to the point where you're like passively jacked, where you just have so much lean muscle mass on you that you can just kind of eyeball all your food and you're not going to get fat, then sure, fine, do it. But most people are not like that. You're not going to happen, right? So again, we'll tie these here, okay? Your current situation is you have bad boss, okay? Then you have to cut that bad boss to get where you want. You have to cut them. You have to get rid of them. All right? If you're dating a girl who is like, you're like, well, she's okay, but in the back of your mind, you're like kind of like got your eye out for something better, bro, you're wasting your time, you are wasting her time, and you need to dump her. If she's not your ideal girlfriend, you're wasting time. Cut her off. It has got to end. Sorry, baby. I love you. We had great times. This is my fault. I'm going to take accountability on this, but you're not my ideal girl. You got to go. All right? So you have to dump her. And then you cannot go and entertain other women that you don't want to be with. You can't even fucking give those girls time of day. Okay? Because if you're really serious about getting your girl, then because when you have a good relationship and you're with the girl that you want to be with, you don't want to spend time with anybody else. You don't.